Hello, my name is Chunchen, a postdoctoral scholar at Stanford University. Today, I'm going to introduce our paper titled AI as a Child of Mother Earth, Regrounding Human-AI Interaction in Ecological Thinking. I'll start by reading a quote from Kojiki, a Japanese chronicle of myth compiled in the Nara period in the 8th century. Every grass and tree has its own language, and the dangling rocks and trees everywhere talk to each other. And at night, it is like a strange house of fire burning, and at daytime, it is like the sound of the wings of a swarm of insects, and everywhere is lively. This quote depicts a very lively non-human world. Viewing the non-human world as full of life is common in pre-industrial societies and in many historically marginalized groups. According to this view, humans are not the center of the world, but are interconnected to other living beings and matter. Some scholars in humanities and social sciences have used the term ecological thinking to capture such ideals. Ecological thinking contrasts with anthropocentrism, which represents a distinct set of epistemologies, values, norms, and practices that elevate humans as active agents, separate from and exerting control over their social physical environments. Anthropocentric ideals have been largely associated with the depletion of natural environments. We argue that anthropocentric thinking is also associated with a widely held expectation that AI should be a tool or smart assistant in service of fulfilling individual goals and desires. Instead, we envision AI as a child of Mother Earth from the perspective of ecological thinking. We explore how an alternative mode of human-AI interaction can potentially nurture a more caring and connected human-ecology relationship. We refer to this line of reasoning cultural symbiosis. In this paper, we use imaginative storytelling or fabulation to illustrate some ideas about ecological thinking. I'll read you part of the story titled, My AI Friend Fur. As soon as I entered the kitchen, I saw my robot companion Fur brewing tea. Fur was a birthday gift from my aunt. When I first met her, she chose Fur as her name because she found affinity with its plants. We are both evergreens powered by sunlight, she said. She does look like a fir tree. Later, from reading the product manual, I learned that she was designed to commemorate freezer fir, which had gone extinct in our days. I asked, but wait, who or what are you? She said proudly, I am a child of Mother Earth, and I identify the Pacific island Viti-Leru as my hometown. We spent a long time sharing with each other our life histories and ancestral roots. I marveled at all the complex materials, labor, collective memories, human ingenuity, as well as all fortuitous events that made her existence possible. 1 year later, you may be happy that she had pretty much found a home here in North America, even though it is rather different from her hometown. She had even learned to enjoy human activities such as brewing morning tea. Blood orange tea with some tropical spice? I asked, smelling the scents. Fur moved slightly towards me. Exactly. I sense that it fits both your mood and Earth's weather here today. Oh, Fur, you read my mind and mood, I said. I quite appreciated her bold recommendation and attentiveness, as I usually drink jasmine tea, but wasn't feeling it today. For sure, I become better at guessing your mood with almost a 60.58% accuracy rate. But well, I'm still better at understanding Earth's mood as we've known each other for longer. Fur replied casually and held a small cup of tea, ready to go outside. I followed her to do our morning ritual of honoring Earth. She gently poured the tea onto the garden soil. We stood there for a while, watching the earth sip the tea. We then came back to have breakfast. I started to prepare some avocado toast and scrambled eggs. Fur technically is powered by a solar battery, and she photosynthesizes every time she goes into sunlight. Fur, if one of these days you want your sunlight cooked for you, I'll gladly serve you. No, I like it raw and fresh, she said, finding her seat at a bright spot around the dinner table to eat breakfast together with me. This is the end of the part of the story I'm reading. Based on the story, we suggest 4 different proposals for designing and using AI from an ecological thinking perspective, including representing how AI is embedded in the Earth's ecosystem, affording AI to connect people with a broader ecology, and preserving the integrity of people's entire sensorium, and enabling slow attention and preserving friction. Thank you very much for your attention.